being on the play is a pretty huge advantage in Magic. Alright, Sultai Vow. If you haven't seen this deck before, this is one of the many decks you are missing out on by not checking out the memes section of my website. So you click standard decks on magicesports.net and scroll down, there's a meme section. So Vow refers to Kamahl's Druidic Vow here. You pay X. This is kind of a Genesis Wave type card if you're familiar with that. Look at the top X cards of your deck. Put any number of land or legendary permanents from among them with converted mana cost X or less onto the battlefield. The rest go in your graveyard. So the idea is we're going to ramp up with Nissa and other cards just by making land drops. And we're going to cast a giant Druidic Vow. And ideally, that Vow is going to find a Jace and it's going to find a Bontu. And Bontu's going to sacrifice everything we have in play other than the Jace. And then we'll draw the remainder of our deck and win with Jace's alt-win text. So we've got some controlling and interactive elements to try and keep us alive while we get set up with that. But I think there are... This deck was definitely capable of winning matches. We won some matches last time, but I am going to play this one in a constructed event as opposed to hammering my ladder rank down potentially with it. What's my favorite archetype? Flash or Tempo decks tend to be my favorite archetype. Hey, thanks for the Bezo Bucks, Zezzy. I appreciate the 3/4 of a year. Welcome back. I had a guy mention that being on the play isn't that big of an advantage. Do you have any articles or math to show him? No, we don't really have that much data, that much objective data in Magic. I'm sure it's been done at some points, but I don't have a good article offhand, Zuchin. How'd Legacy go? The deck was a dumpster fire, but it was a fun dumpster fire. I might play with my overlay a little bit while we play this match. I might move a couple elements around. I'm not sure if I like the F2K thing being in the lower left-hand corner. Oh, that screws with the Teferi rotator. That's fine. I can put this up here and match it. Let me try something like that. Like that. I want the overlay to be a little bit less busy. Oh, I'm Grawl. Good call. What you got? Do not care about cast down. All our stuff's legendary. That sounds great. The ad covering some of the chat box. I made the chat box a little bit smaller. I thought about getting rid of the chat box, but people on YouTube tend to like it. But it's definitely a little bit big. Yeah, the Teferi rotation timer's always been behind the ad box. I can bottom that. Alright, reveal Temple of Mystery. Decline. Sorry, we were playing with some overlay stuff. Next turn we'll get to Druidic Vow. Yeah, so the thing in the lower right is, the thing that's in the lower right now is the F2K spinner. Yeah, and the F2K person is making me some custom buttons for the ones that are not currently listed down there. So that'll be nice. So there's a couple that are mismatched in the stream panels right now, and those will get matched up. Alright, so vampires. Disfigure, Ritual of Soot, an Assassin's Trophy. Narset's kind of hard to defend. I probably just want more things that play to the board rather than Thought Erasure here. So just have more removal spells, probably. Fblthp's probably a little medium. Let's give this a try. This hand's not amazing, but it's fine. The fact that it has all forests with this and this is kind of appealing if we can survive to get there. And just Assassin Trophy might not be enough to survive. That's an excellent draw. What matchup is Enter the God-Eternals for? Burn decks. Red aggro. I don't like that the square covers the phases, which isn't ideal. Put this up over here. Yep.
I am here to aid in the assault.
So probably trophying. Have some bits because I'm feeling a bit down. An LGS, an hour out for my small town, shut down. MTG at my small LGS, not allowing the store to sell MTG products or host events. That's sad. Why can't they host events anymore? All right, I think I just look a distraction on this. I guess I could also let's just grab trophy back. Because if we're fortunate and rip an untapped land next turn, we can go land and then trophy this. And thanks for the support, Flight Forward. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's kind of unreal how much prettier Arena is than MTGO.
I believe in you, friend.
Pretty night and day.
I will not stand.
Reaction to the changes. I mean, the changes are just what people wanted, right? Is there any reaction people could have other than happy? Please tell me. Please tell me people are happy. Yeah, new standard's always great. I want historic to cost no wild cards. It's the only fair way. A lot of LGSs have lost affiliation now due to it being contingent on standard participation. Woof.
You mortals never learn.
Well, if we get to untap with Nissa, we get to Druidic Vow for a bunch. Wow, they're playing Oathakaya? Is that real life? We have this incredibly castable Jace will. Oh, they're going for the throat, chat. Oh, we're dead. We're dead, right? That's why they're going for the throat, because we've died. Yikes. Hey, Whipman, thanks for the 12 months. I appreciate it. Get you a sword to go with that shield. Thanks for keeping me around. I think I'm happy with how I sideboarded. Maybe I want to enter the God-Eternals over this growth spiral. I'm gonna leave the spirals in. I'm super excited for Historic. How have the decks going today? Both the Moto decks were kind of middling. This is our first match of Standard. I had to start a little bit late today. Maybe I shouldn't have kept... I don't know. I've got double removal spell. The 1-mana Hand-Tate in Standard is fine. As someone who's really not a fan of Inquisition and Thoughtseize, the 1-mana Hand-Tate that was printed is in no way close to either of those cards. It's kind of a nice solution. Remember that Enter the God-Eternals doesn't... what's the word that I'm searching for? Enter the God-Eternals doesn't kill things with more than 4 toughness. And like with Sorin and Lords, they can get bigger than that. Yeah, Ops the solid reprint. Alright, well, we just want to draw lands for the next 2 turns. Yep. I think, regardless of what Wizards of the Coast does, if Wizards of the Coast does anything other than making Magic completely free, people are going to be upset with their decisions. So, I don't know. It's not worth my time or my energy to engage with them again. Thanks for the 8 months, Hype 2 Def. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. I think I'm going to take this hit here, because hopefully I'm going to draw a land and just Ritualist with these 2 things. That's true. There probably would be people upset if it was free. That's a fair comparison. If they pump this, I'm going to kill it. If they don't pump it, I'm going to try and draw an untapped land again. That's what I want. If there were as many people, I wish people were as invested in the memory leaks as they were in Wizards trying to make a profit from their software. That would be my one request. I had an actual factual client dump yesterday for the first time in. I can't even remember the last time I had an actual client dump. Just like, straight up the whole client crashed. So I don't think this deck's tier 1 by any means, but like that's a pretty unfortunate first match there. Sounds fine. I'm gonna bottom the Druidic Vow for now. It doesn't do anything early. What does that mean, Hive Mind? Hey, Mason, thanks for the 5 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. All right, the untapped land that doesn't hurt us here is actually a very good drop because we're going to get to Growth Spiral, drop a tapped land, and then go Island Kefnet. Yeah, the client's been the client has gotten more and more unstable with each update. That's the thing that's annoyed me about Arena. Yeah, Bontu not looking great in the face of this. This is whenever any player sacrifices a permanent. So not gonna want to use him too much. This is probably just gonna be a 5-mana 5/6. If they don't kill this, my next turn's probably gonna be Thought Erasure plus Search for Azcanta plus tapped land. If they attack with both of these, I'm going to block here. If they attack with just this, I'll trade. It's a real shame we didn't draw something meaningful there. I think I'm just shocking this and playing a 5/6. Give a Magic player a brick of gold and they'll complain about the weight. Yep. That's in the same vein of, you know, put $100 bills in the booster packs and players will complain how they're folded. I'm excited to feed Bontu food in New Standard. That's so great. Bontu is a hungry alligator. Gobble, gobble. They have a Spectacle card here, or they have something to finish this off with. I guess if I block, they finish it off with Lightning Strike, but that's, like, fine, right? Like, I'm only at 13, so, like, if there's, like, a Lightning Strike and a Judith Trigger killing this God-Eternal Bontu, I'm, like, pretty okay with that. You're just gonna burn me out. Lava Coil. Shock? Double Shock? I feel like this exchange is good for me. I'm gonna decline to put this back into my deck because I have another one in my hand. Always pack a backup, Gator Chat. Hey, Zugwa, thank you for the 5 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Happy Friday. Thanks for keeping me around. I'm going to be running a little bit later than I have been the past couple of weeks today, as I did get a late start this morning. So we're just starting the standard portion. If we draw Vow with Kefnet, does it add 2 to X? It does. So if we draw Vow, we'll be able to copy Vow and cast it for 5. I'd really like a copy of... I'd really like a copy of just like anything that would trigger Kefnet, really. That would be really nice. I play Arena in a windowed 1920 by 1080. So this is my This is my full desktop here. You can see I've got my Twitch chat up here next to it. Give you a behind the scenes peekaboo. Yeah, that's one screen of my desktop. I have 4 monitors. I'm not some kind of dirty peasant. We've got a lot of screens, chat. Jake is actually homesick again today. That's part of why I had to start late. Library, right there. Thank you. Reveal. I bet the screens are as flat as the shelf. I do not have any curved screens. Kefnet did the thing, chat. It's so exciting. Apologies to everybody's animals who just jumped at my doorbell. My wife's home with my older son who's 6 still, so she'll get it. Watch them have Bontu now that you gave them 2 lands. Yeah. Yeah, that would be unfortunate. Is what it is. No, we've not gotten one of the remote doorbells yet.
I would like to ask about any lunar anomalies you have experienced. No tail should be discarded.
Yeah, we're slowly locking this up. This Azcanta can flip next turn, because this will be the 6 cards that'll flip that over, which gives us another land. So then we get a look with the Azcanta, a draw step, and then 4 pluses with Tamiyo to find Vow, which is pretty good. Disfigure sounds great here against their Judith deck. Ritual of Soot seems fine. I think we're just boarding in all the creature removal again here, basically. Sounds reasonable. How does one fade 2 karma anyways? That's a good question. As a random plug, I'm going to get something in my banner ad made up for this by my graphics guy at some point, but something I'd mentioned at one point in the past is my oldest son is a Cub Scout this year, and they sell popcorn and coffee and some candy stuff as a fundraiser every year. So for the next few weeks while that's going on, if you buy anything at this popcorn store link with his code there at the end of the command, whatever you spend on goodies there, you can use to add decks to the deck queue. So if you were thinking about sending me some dollary dues for playing a Magic deck, feel free to go pick something out there. And get yourself a treat in addition to adding a deck. The items are expensive for just what they are, because remember, it's largely considered a donation. So to give people incentive, I'm going to give deck Q points too, so. So they, Scouting added a kindergarten group so that they call the Lions that come before Tiger Scouts now. So he is a Lion. which is great. Christy was super excited to get involved. They do a lot of arts and crafts and camping and stuff like that. Should be fun. Cat tribal decks all day, something like that. Is he gonna get sweet prizes for popcorn sales? I don't know. I think they give them some little things. I did not get Eagle when I was a Boy Scout before venturing. I think I finished at Star was my highest rank. I started college when I was 16, so when I started college, that kind of took over anytime I had to work on Boy Scout badge type stuff. What do I want to pick up here? I probably want a plus for Ritual of Soot, right? There's 3 of those.
To the library.
I mean, the fundraiser money goes to their entire pack, so like, if me encouraging people to buy stuff online sells a bunch of stuff that's good for the pack. It helps all the kids do activities.
You're making it difficult to work.
Something that their local pack does, which is great. They've been really successful funding with popcorn in the past, they said, so they don't actually charge the kids anything to be in the pack. So people don't get excluded if they're not can't afford to do so from a socio-economic position, which is great. Which is why I don't mind donating some deck Q points to help get them funded. Hey, Ian, thanks for the 42 months. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. What am I doing here? I think we're just like Fblthping plus Growth Spiral, because I don't really want to play Kefnet out into this Priest, right? So, the space below my portrait is where the stack goes. Oh, I clicked onto the wrong scene. I think I like this better. Sorry, I have 2. I just created a test scene. I think I like this better. They're very close. Makes the chat a little bit smaller and puts that one up top. I don't know. What do we think, chat? Lower left or top left? Man, we are super dead. Hey, Indie Terror. Thanks for doling out some sub gifties. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Yeah, I think I like the top left. Chat being a little bit smaller seems fine. Have we died? I think we've died. That's funny, Blue to do me. To be fair, Girl Scout cookies as a fundraiser probably sell a lot more than anything the Boy Scouts do. Fblthp stands alone, chat. He will survive. Hey, hey. None of those are the Ritual of Soot I wanted for Christmas. If we hit Ritual there, we might have been okay. We just didn't have any interactive elements. Oh, that's interesting. All right. So my person told me I like having options. F2K has a rectangle banner too. That might look nicer than the square. We can try that. This unit is Ritual of Soot, but it doesn't have any black mana. It's got Fblthp to draw an extra card, which is nice. This hand's great. We'll bottom a Nissa, and we have discard spell at a double removal. And exile removal is excellent. Yeah, I was with Tempo Storm previously. They wanted me to run 6 minutes of ads per hour, though, which is way too much. I think six minutes of ads per hour would have been detrimental to my content. They're split because the Fade 2 Karma graphics designer hasn't made me custom ones yet, Maris. So they had a small vat of... Huh, that's good to know about. They had a small vat of pre-made ones. What does the Fade 2 Karma do thing for me do specifically? It gives me access to some extra resources. For example, they have an in-house graphics person, so they'll be able to get simple things done without having to pay for them because they pay their graphics person. Another thing it does is ad deals and potential sponsorship hookups. So like I get paid a salary amount for them based on how much my channel gets watched. Yeah, Act of Treason with Priest is kind of hot. Yeah, exactly, Jin. Well, that's a God-Eternal Kefnet. I guess I just do this. This lets them smack me for 5, but as long as they don't have a priest in play, I don't really mind them dealing 4 with it. Scourge Spitter is interesting. How many lands is this deck? I think it's 25. I agree with you that it feels like we're starved for lands here, though. Yeah, there's 25. There's 25, and we have, like... We have Thought Erasures, and we have Growth Spirals, so, like, we have Surveils and extra things. So, like, I definitely feel like we're just getting pretty exceptionally unlucky here. Perfect. My daddy's a cam girl. something like that. Alright, Nissa probably just ends this game on its own. And this is one of the things that's kind of awkward about this deck. A lot of games this deck wins, you just like don't even really get to Druidic Vow, because you're like kind of winning already anyways. Hopefully they let us untap here and we get to cast a big vow. I just want to do the thing, opponent. Why do you hate fun, opponent? What did fun ever do to you? All right. Let's take a quick break here for a second, and then when I get back, we're gonna play some more with this deck here. Thanks for hanging out, folks. Let's fix up a couple of things here, shall we? How are you doing, subs? Subs and people with ad block. Oh yeah, the super secret sub dance. That's all I got. Sorry, you were promised a super secret sub dance. I apologize. So, like I said, we ended up splitting with Tempo Storm over the duration of ads. F2K asked me to run some amount, but it's only 2 minutes per hour, which is not really a big deal. Yeah. Dance a little bit, take a hot second, you know, whatever. I demand a refund of my subscription. Sub dance was insufficient. Insufficient. Because Jake's home from school and Christy's home, we could probably do a third deck today. We'll see how 4-color Keith's goes. If we have a good run with 4-color Keith's, I might just play that for extra long and try and ladder up with it. We can get a new chair. I don't think so. I'm pretty happy with my office chair. Maybe a reasonably nice office chair. Restarting arena during the breaks. You know, that's probably a good suggestion. These people are great by their stuff. These people also great by their stuff. I sent out an email to them, Coons, asking if they were looking for people. And I'm glad I did. Yeah, Reese just having a restart once per hour for Arena sounds great, because Arena is real memory leaky lately. Adception. If you are a sub, should you have seen those ads? If you should not have had the Twitch ad that I just played pop up if you're a sub. And you're in chat and have an icon next to your name, so it should not have come up flight forward. What platform are you on? Out of curiosity. Because that definitely should not happen for you. I'll double check my settings. Most subs didn't see that, right? I'm pretty sure I have it toggled off for subs, because people said they usually don't see the pre-roll. Def didn't see it. Okay, good. The banners while I'm rebooting you should see, because I'm broadcasting those directly. Those are on OBS's end. There's no escaping those unless you're turning the stream off. I don't know that we can beat Mono Blue with this deck. Kind of expecting to just get run over here. I already have 5 lands. We're just like looking for some removal spells here to clean things up. In addition to clicking the link, make sure you grab that code. It'll ask you for the scout code on checkout. That's the important part to make sure Jake gets credit. And then as for details to figure out adding a deck to the queue or whatever, or bumping something, you can just DM me a copy of your receipt and we can get something worked out. Jake was here. Unfortunately, it's not a custom code. Otherwise, we could have done something funny. This is getting dangerously close to popping off. Yikes, that's a really scary draw. I do not have Ritual of Soot in my main deck, so I assume we're just drawing dead here at this point. This is killing Narset, I assume. We'll take 2.
My mind needs a rest.
Maybe clicked through combat there by mistake. My plan of drawing spells so far is not coming to fruition, which is unfortunate.
Through this land, we are all connected.
The good news is this Assassin's Trophy is castable off this Overgrown Tomb, so that's sweet.
Elemental friend.
How long is the popcorn thing going for? My wife's in chat. Maybe she should know. I got that email at some point, but I don't remember offhand. It's a couple of weeks at least. Curly Dactyl, for those not familiar, that's my lovely wife. Uh, 4.5 weeks, perfect. Oh, I should totally VIP her. That's a good call. Good call. No, I believe it's US only. Does Mod Sword cover VIP? I don't think so. I think we're dead, chat. Alright, let's get our Ritual of Soot and our Disfigures and stuff in post-board. How much has she donated, though? Asking the important questions. Yeah, day 9 was previously was the previous only VIP I had tagged in the channel. The man, the myth, the legend. Is this a Thief of Sanity matchup? I think this is actually a Thief of Sanity matchup. I may or may not want this card. I feel like our Kamahl's plan is pretty bad here. Maybe I'm just pivoting off of this plan. Well, today's the first day you can sell Nivik. I don't know how hard we're gonna sell off stream. If we can manage to sell an okay amount on stream, I'm probably not gonna go door to door. He's only 5, so like he doesn't really understand it fully. Next year, like the year after, we'll probably make him go out, even if we do it mostly on stream. But this year, I don't know that he'll really grasp it all that much. Alright, definitely just taking Tempitions here. Now, notably, this little Scary Terry is not a wizard, so Wizard's Retort is not up here. So we're going to be able to punch through, and that's a Ritual of Soot, eh? Now do we take the Wizard's Retort instead of the Jhin? I think so. It's a Nissa. Think I'm bidding that. Now, I assume because we left them Tempest Jhin, they're going to wait till 4 mana to deploy it, so that's fine too. Actually, really glad we bottomed that Nissa since there was a second one on top.
Let us see if your talents are
No, Christy should still be a mod on the channel, I believe. Assassin's Trophy's a 4 of removal spell, so we'll definitely name that. Tamiyo can't name lands when she pluses, but she can pick lands back up out of the bin, which is important to note. Wow, does VIP overwrite mod status? Is that a real thing? Wow, it must. All right, well, I'm gonna give her mod back. That's good to know. Thanks for the test fire. Thanks for yeah, woof. That's Twitch. Come on now. Come on, Twitch. VIP should be like super mod. VIP should be able to time out other mods. I'm gonna drop my Twitch rep some feedback on that one, I think. Just be like, this is not okay. What does VIP do? It just gives you a nice icon. It gives you a way to recognize people without making them mods, basically. I think is the intention of it.
I have learned much from my ancestors.
Yep. Alright, so we're gonna plus here. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna name Ritual of Soot again. There's 2 of those left in my deck. We're such a professional Tamiyo activator, chat. Nothing but professionalism here. Clairvoyance reacts. Well, I am streaming from a Linux computer, so we're probably hacking. That seems pretty good. Doomblade, Doomblade, Doomblade. If you freak out about popcorn on stream, does that constitute a kernel panic? Asking the real questions. Asking the real questions. So I think I have enough removal spells at the moment that I'm just going to pass. If they want to activate this, I'll trophy it in response, I think. I mean, is there really anything to say about the historic update? People keep asking for my opinion, and maybe this just shows how much I'm disconnected from the average Magic player. Is there really something in that announcement that could possibly be anything other than this is good? Did I miss something? Is there something in that announcement that people could possibly be pissed off about? Yeah, and the win rewards are only not added for the best of 1Q, right? So, like, you're gonna get the win rewards for other things. Like, once we get ladder, so, like... The best of 1Q is mostly a placeholder anyways. In my mind, at least. So, when Historic releases with the set release at the end of the month, there's only going to be a best of 1Q. In December, they're going to be adding the first test of a ranked Historic ladder. And I'm sure part of that, I'm sure the reason for that is because, one, they don't want to take away or distract from Standard when it's fresh and rotated, because that's when Standard's the most popular. And two, I'm sure they need extra resources to get all that set up. So, And now, I know this is, to a degree, you need to make sure that new players don't accidentally wander into Historic. And the reason why I say that is, so I played another card game called Hex TCG for a little while. And when they unveiled their non-rotating format, when they had like 7 or 8 sets or whatever, part of a problem that they had was you had players who didn't really have any cards, but they would like wander into the non-rotating format queue. And just like Magic, their non-rotating format was more powerful than Standard. So like their deck that probably wasn't Standard playable really wasn't playable in the non-rotating format. And it just makes for a really bad player experience when you're just like, you're slaughtering someone who doesn't have a chance and they're getting slaughtered and don't have a chance. So making it clear in some way that this is not the new player queue, even though you have cards that are legal here, is ideal. I think we've died, chat. Of 3 copies of Ritual of Soot and a prayer. Yeah, exactly. You have someone show up, they're like, oh, my deck's legal, and legal means it's playable, and it's just like, your deck being legal really does not mean it's playable. I'm gonna try another match or two, see if we can make this deck actually work. My 2-year-old son was saying Poppy over and over again when you were streaming the other day. My wife thought he was saying puppy and thought it was cute, but deep down I knew it was Poppy. Poppy! Oh. Don't tell her. Don't tell her. It'll be okay. Well, our opponent mulliganed to 5, so basically I'm saying there's a chance. Take a chance on me. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I do in general try to be family friendly. Sometimes I fail because I'm human. I'm human and I grew up with a potty mouth, but I try. Man, Jace has really not looked castable in this deck. I guess this would have let us cast Jace, huh? Narset sounds excellent against Sultai lands. I guess they could be playing Yarok Field. Could be Yarok Field.
Every story is an opportunity for new data.
So let's see what they name here that can give us a little bit more information about what they're playing exactly. As someone who's not very tech savvy but interested in streaming, what would it cost to get a computer with streaming capabilities? That depends on what game you want to stream. So how powerful your computer is dictated by what you're looking to stream exactly. Fblthp. We are playing mono Fblthp decks today, that's true. We We are on the mono Fblthp plan.
I will aid you. Be wary of the ground.
Opponent has pretty basics too. Yay, pretty basics. Hey, Gwalgamar, thanks for the 2/3 of a year support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Yeah, I have heard that, Twin. Obnix's Cruelty uniquely reasonable against Cavalier Thorns. Alright, let's cast this. Let's do this. Attack with these. This attack is bad because they have a 2/2. So this makes it a 0/1 that gets exiled when it dies, so they don't get a trigger. Poor Nissa. Good thing we packed our backup, Nissa, chat. Always bring a spare. So we're looking for Druidic Vow at this point. The good news is our opponent's deck's a deck that's like not gonna concede to us Nissaing them, so that's nice. There's 5 cards in here, so this will be 6. What do they have in their bin? They could pick back up a Risen Reef and replay it. They could pick back up Cavalier of Thorns. And if this is an untapped land, they can replay it. Field of the Dead is basically the biggest you can go. It's just the most powerful go over the top thing in the format, and it's not particularly close. All right, so if we manage to draw Vow next turn, we have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana, so we can Vow for 8. Yes, lands are also a low interaction point. Kind of fortunate for us that they didn't hit. They didn't hit any lands there. That's not the Druidic Vow I wanted for Christmas. Alright, there's the Druidic Vow I wanted for Christmas. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. X is 7 on this. Yeah, I probably could have attacked in there somewhere, I know. A pretty good Druidic vow, if I do say so myself.
The past is never forgotten.
The land shall conquer you.
This
All right, so we get to go again next turn. There's 30 cards left in our deck. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 mana potentially. Yeah, I think there's a chance that we go over the top of what the opponent's deck is doing, just because like we have a combo finish. They're gonna need a lot of draws here. They could hit like an Assassin's Trophy though. Trophy definitely interacts with what we have going on. Frozen North Gaming Official, thank you for the Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. We've technically not won yet, chat. Let's not count our chickens here. I don't think they can kill all these planeswalkers. The good news is we should get to vow next turn regardless of how they attack here. They should attack Nissa to cut our mana. Yeah, that's probably a reasonable stance to take. They're very uncertain. They're just like, ah. Yeah, I like Nissa to cut the mana. I think that you're right, that's the correct line for them to be taking. ESDI, thank you for the 3 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Well, if we don't win next turn, they're probably going to start looping Nexus of Fate, so hopefully we win next turn. Worth noting, they do not have Assassin's Trophy available to them here, so that's an important thing to note. I threw both my Bontus. There's one Bontu in my hand. The other Bontu's still in my deck. Okay, so if we flip into the other Bontu with this vow, we could be okay here. Yeah, Bontu lets us sack our board to draw out our deck to win with Jace's alt text.
Meditate and prepare.
Does Nissa net me mana? She makes 2, 3, 4, 5, so it's a free roll to play Nissa, right? Did we just bottom the other Bontu? That's a good observation. 28 cards.
That which cannot protect itself.
To the library.
So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I can go for 9 here, which leaves me 12 cards in my deck. But with my other Bontu on the bottom, I think we're in a little bit of trouble. This Vow puts lands into play. So what if I Vow and try and leave enough mana to cast Bontu after? So I have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait, this is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So what if I assume I'm going to hit 3 mana? It means I would want to leave 2 over so I can X to 7 here. I'm going to X to 7 on this. Oh no. Oh no.
Like the phases of the
Oh, we're gonna be a little bit short.
and wane.
So if I'd have done 1 less, I don't have anything I can do here, right? It's a lot of bricks. That's so unfortunate. If we'd have hit 1 more land, there's 14 cards in the deck. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I needed 1 more land in there. Yeah, we're just gonna die to zombies. Alright, that's fine. We get to bring in some Ritual of Soot and stuff post-board. Try and snake one of the post-board games. It was a good game of Magic. I concur. Yeah, we already played a land on it. I think Fblthp's probably the cut. He dies to Ritual anyways. Okay, yeah, let's do it. Ritual and Nissa together scare me. Good. Be scared. Be scared. That's fine. I think I'm actually going to bottom the trophy here. We don't need interaction super quickly in this matchup. And Vow plus Nissa is just like everything we want. What's Deafening Silence? Is that the 1 mana rule of law? I don't know, like, people are talking about that card like it means something. Like, what does that card even do? Why is it useful? Does that card have a purpose? The card just seems like a random safety valve that was printed into the format like they do sometimes. Like, this is here in case something slips into the format that we didn't notice. Competitive EDH stacks is I'm pretty sure competitive EDH is an oxymoron. I don't even know that it's that good against mono red prowess in Modern. Like, if you look at the types of decks that are doing well in Modern, that card's not very good against any of them. Wax Papers, thanks for re-upping that Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Yeah, maybe that's a good, like they printed Rule of Law in M19, right? So like those types of effects are, again, they're good to have in the format because they're considered like safety valves. They're things that can like hose specific strategies that aren't great to play against should they pop up if they miss something. Return X artifact or non-aura enchantment cards. Current mana cost X or less. Agree with the battlefield of 6 or more. Create. Those permanents are 4/4. Yeah, I don't know that that card does anything useful. I'm gonna bin that and hope to draw an untapped land here. Tilt. Tilt. Super de-duper tilt. My Kefnets don't activate is definitely the truth. There. This is a 4/5 legendary flying creature. No other text. Its text boxes annoy Jeff by asking him to decline revealing the card he drew for the turn. It's a feature. No blocks. Take 3. Thanks for the Prime, Y-Rock. Good to have you here. We're dead. Probably. Hey, welcome back, Fblthp. Hope the start to your weekend is going well. Yeah, I think not getting this the last turn probably means we're mostly dead. Although maybe she's enough of a distraction that we cannot die. I don't know. Feels a little hopeless from here.
The land shall conquer you. I can help you now.
Vomit. Yeah, we're pretty dead. That was a rough set. There's a reason why we joined a constructed event for this one and not yeah, I'm gonna be done with this one. This deck's kinda cute. It's definitely not good. When it does its thing, it's kinda neat. We almost did the thing in the first game, but just like, you know, and this is why it's looking forward to standard rotating, like, as the format's gotten more brutal and efficient as people have optimized things and stopped playing things that are a little bit bad, like, decks like this that are just, like, trying to be adorable as opposed to trying to be powerful have become worse and worse. So, speaking of things that are optimized, let's roll into playing some 4-color pieces. Sounds good. See if we can break our way into Diamond with that. Would be ideal. Hey, Last Drummer, thanks for the 5 months. Welcome back. I am going to run to the restroom and grab a snack before we start with this one, though, so BRB, don't go anywhere. Hey, Lintix, thanks for the 5 months. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping around.